Hello! It's Wednesday, the 4th of February 2026. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. I'm sorry. Today's story is all about countdown to the checkered flag within Real Racing 3, and we've got 43 days to go ish. And we're commiserating by competing in multiple series, and this is part 16 of this now very long mini-series. And the good news is we have at least got 6 series, 6 different cars. So should have a bit of fun. Right, let's have a look at the chat. Let's get the game on screen actually. Boom. Let's have a look at the chat. We've got Massiage Gamer says hello, hello. Hello, hello, sir. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and saying hello. Aaron C. John says hello. Hello back, sir. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and saying hello. And Virtual Medical Dr. Iyake says hello. Hello to you as well. Thank you very much for watching and saying hello. What a great start to the stream. Lots of hellos, lots of friendly names in the chat. Massiage Gamer says, I have 4 days to go till my birthday. Well, we'll 4 days. That's is that Sunday then? What are we on now? Wednesday. Yes, Sunday. Well, we'll wish you a happy birthday on tomorrow. It seems like we're not streaming Sunday. But if you remind me on Monday, I wish you a happy birthday as well on Monday also. Very good. That's what I like to see. Actually, do you know what? I don't like to see people getting older. Unfortunately, it's inevitable. Right. Okay. So, to our stream this evening, six series, potentially 20 minutes per series, per car. But you know me, it doesn't always work like that. Now, you might be asking, Tony, why have you got motorsports on screen when you're concentrating on road collection? Well, the answer to that is because road collection, in regards to exclusive series, does indeed have cars in the motorsport section that have an exclusive series to open. And this would happen to be one of those cars, as you can see by the crown and the currently locked status. But we're going to open it, probably not today or tomorrow, but the early part of next week. And in doing so, it allows us to complete the series this car is in. So I look at it as free money. Get some of that gold back that I'll spend having to fully upgrade this car to open up the exclusive series. That's how I'm looking at it. Right, okay. So we're starting off with 6 laps at the Grand Prix circuit at Suzuka. This will be a one and done. We won't get a second race with this. It probably will mean we'll be under the 20-minute mark, but you know, I reckon this will be a good 10-minute race. And it's been a while since I've raced this car. From what I remember, it's a bit slow, but it's a bit grippy. Yeah, there you go, you see. Grippy but slow. Pick them off one by one. Already in 10. Into 9. you see that? That was crazy. I reckon that car was smashed into by another and then knocked me off. I might have to have a look at the replay on that. That's a disaster. Right, we got some racing to do. So we're in 13th position at the end of lap 1. 5 laps to go. 12 cars to overtake. It's not looking good. Oh, hello, I'm pushing too hard. Callum Gaming enters the chat, says hi back. Welcome along, thank you for watching. Oh, thank you for saying hello in the chat. I need to do better though, come on. This is supposed to be a grippy car. Okay, so we're back where we were at the end, well, at this very stage of lap 1. In other words, in 10th position. In fact, I reckon I was in 8th. I was high as 8th. Bit of a disaster there. Okay, we're up into 9th. That's okay. 4 laps to go. 8 cars to overtake. 2 cars per lap. For some reason, they all seem to be in 2s, so we should be okay here. Oh dear. Well, we might be okay if it's not for being hit off the track. It's my bad driving. Okay, 1 car. Need a second, come on. There you go. Bit of a gap though to 6. So as always, going to be following a set of guidelines. You could argue I've broken most of them already. So guideline 1, keep the car on track. Whoops. Guideline 2, don't cause damage to your car. Whoops. Guideline 3, don't hit an opponent. Whoops. And guideline 4, no cutting corners or taking what we're going to class as illegal shortcuts, even if the game allows it. That's the plan. Right, I need to get 2 cars on this lap as well. 2 cars every lap going forward. Here's 1. There's 2. So we're sort of on target, but we've got a bit of a gap to first. That would not have helped. And I'd say realistically, back markers are not going to get caught. Do you know what? This car is not as grippy as I really need it to be. Well, there we go. We're into fourth. 2 laps to go. 3 cars to overtake, and third's nowhere in sight. We got a push. There they are. That's third only. Can't see second or first. That being said, technically speaking, at least for today, I only need to finish third to open up the final tier. So we'll give that a go. We are catching on third, so I reckon I can get third, but I don't think I'm going to win this one. I'm definitely going to try to remember and have a look at the replay, because I reckon I was bounced off the road by another car, being bounced into by another car. So I want to have a look at that. Because it could have been me cutting across. Could have been. Oh. Yeah, pushing too hard. Always the case. When you start pushing hard, more mistakes become apparent. I'm 300 yards behind third. Yards. Yeah, I'm not impressed with this car. I thought it'd be grippier because it's definitely not particularly quick. But do you know what? We are catching. Don't think we're catching fast enough. I'm not going to cheat though. Well, let's blow that then. So not the best this starts. Not the best this starts. There we go. Fourth only. Now I do reckon, I'm intrigued what happened there. Did I get smashed off? Did I get smashed off the track? Let's have a look. I don't normally use video replays. I'm not very good at it. So let's have watch replay. Is there not a way to... Oh, right, there we go. Let's have a look. I reckon I get smashed off. No. There you go, that's better. I cut across him, don't I? I cut across him. Oh. My bad. My bad. It's my own fault, that. And Callum Gaming says, "Butch, you're a pro." Not on that one. Not on that one. That was terrible. That was shocking. That was absolutely shocking. But, you know, we carry on. That's how we learn. Can we bounce back from the mistakes? Not with this car tonight. It will be back tomorrow. And it even get to open up the final tier there. Now, again, I could... do you know what I could do? Where are we at? Might come back to that, you know. Might have another race. Because I could... just spend some M dollars servicing it again, and see if I can open up the next tier. But we'll not do that. We'll not do that just yet. We'll leave that one alone. So I'm going to do this normal series first. So we've done the motorsports. We've got 2 in road collection. I'm feeling a bit warm. So first up, into legend. And scrolling across, we've got the series called Hypercar Club. And we're on to tier 20. Blimey, this particular series has 22 tiers. And we're doing, in tier 20, the Cup race at Monza, minimum PR 82, the car's at 82.1. Let's race. It's 5 laps. Can we do better than 4th? Callum Gaming says, I know. Very good. Very good. Right, let's right, again. We're going to try our best not to cheat. So now flying down the grass section. I'll tell you what, that's a great start already. Just tuck in. Around the corner. Stay out of the way, stay out of trouble. Try not to hit anyone. A few little dints. What's that on a couple of £1 million car? It's not really a problem, is it? So we're in tonight. 7, 6. Well, we're having a better start. Here we go, 4th. Go into 3rd, slingshot into 3rd. It's a good job we've got this one in the bag. Now we might go for fame level today as well. Might. No guarantee, but it'd be good if we could. We're at the business end of car upgrades at the moment, so there's no such thing as a cheap, technically on track, as a as a cheap upgrade anymore. I think going forward, all upgrades on any car will be at the very least about 100 gold. So yeah. It's going to be expensive. So even if you get 60 gold a day, that's not enough to apply one upgrade. So we need to get gold by alternative means. In other words, winning races, going up fame levels, hitting those percentages of 25, 50, 75 and 100% in the series. But I'm also trying to time it, so at the very least we try and keep 6 cars and 6 series going. So it's a bit of an ask to do that, but we'll see how we get on. We'll see how we'll get on. I may hit the brakes just about right there. That's the first. 200 yards ahead of second. We're in first already. We kind of need a win to improve the mood. But I'm trying to stick to 20 minutes per car. So if we're well within that 40 minutes point, which is obviously what it should be after 2 cars, we'll go back and do the Do Queen. We'll give that another go. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's carry on pushing. Okay, penultimate lap. I was a bit early on the brakes there. Do you know what? This is a pretty well balanced Lamborghini, you know. I do like this car. I reckon this is quicker than the LMP3 we've just been racing. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. That's twice I've done that. Oops-a-daisy again. I'm on fun today, aren't I? All over the place. Let's have a look inside. There we go. Look, cracked windscreen just for a change. Final lap. What are we at? 24 minutes. Tell you what we'll do. We'll do the 3rd series. Make sure we're well up, and then we'll go back and do the Du Quoin again. Would be good to open up the next tier. Otherwise, I'm a bit behind the schedule. There we go, overtaking back markers. Something computer opponents in the game don't seem to be able to do. Well, let's see if we can get this right this time. There we go. I was a bit early on the brakes that time. But at least we didn't go off track. Go. 5 lap special, first place, pretty straightforward victory. No rewards, but it does move the car on, the series on. Look at that, close to going up a fame level. Might do that, you know, on stream, possibly. Now, I keep forgetting about something to show you, actually, because we did off stream, just to set up some of the other series, we have gone up a percentage point. There we go. So that's at 96%, 2 races. So there'll be another race tomorrow, and then hopefully the final race on Monday. But the car at the moment is at 82.1. We need a big upgrade. Yeah, so also what I wanted to show you is that obviously we're at 94% for the road collection overall, but we have actually now got the exclusive series up to 87%. Okay, so that's 2 series done. We're at under 30 minutes, so let's get the third one out the way, and then I think we can have a go at the LMP3 again. So the third series is indeed an introduction of a new car to this particular series of streams. It's the Hybrid Horizon series in Season 2. We are racing the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. We applied an upgrade on it yesterday. There's only 2 upgrades to apply, but one of them is going to cost an absolute shed load of money. It's 3 laps around Francorchamps. We need a minimum PR of 88.8, and the car is at 88.8, so it should be achievable, hopefully. Right, let's race. Now the question is this car as funky to drive as its sister, the Double X? No. No is the answer to that question. Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Yeah, it's not as good as the Double X. Yeah. It's not as punchy and it lacks grip. It has a habit of skidding big time. This might be a big ask. If we do win this, it'll be the first little reward of golf for the evening. So look at that, look. No, I'm not a fan of this one. The Double X is... The Double X is definitely better. This car is a horrible car to drive. Having driven the Double X, I thought, ooh, this will be a good car to drive. Nope. No, it isn't. Nevertheless, still not going to do any cheating, despite the fact I'm really urged to cut across the grass. But I can tell you now, I've already blown my win. There's no way I'm winning from 9th place with 2 laps to go. Slow down. So we're in 8th place. We're on lap 2. 7 cars to overtake in 2 laps is a big ask. It's a big ask. look at this. Shocking. There's nowhere near as good as the XX. I could see myself just about to drift then. Yeah, not a fan of this car. Oh. Not a fan of this car at all. So I'll have done 3 races after this, and in 2 of them I will not have finished in the top 3. Terrible. No, I'm not liking this car. Oh. I am not getting on with this car at all. Well, it's something to improve on, that's for sure. There we go. I might get 5th. And again, I might not. Sixth place. Not so good. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but Rindra Anand Putra says, in my Play Store, Real Racing 3 is no longer there. Yes, it was removed from all app stores on the 18th of December. But if you already have the game on your device, you can carry on playing the game until the 20th of March. That's the big switch off. If you have had it on your device before, normally if you go to your account settings, you'll see a list of previously installed games, and you should be able to reinstall it from there. But if you've never installed it before, I'm afraid that's it. It's gone. Right, okay, we have not done very well so far. Fortunately, we're only at 35 minutes into the stream, having done 3 series and 3 cars. So the good news is, from my perspective at the very least, is we're going to go back to motorsports, and we're going to go into endurance prototypes, and we're going to have another go at the Track Beast Duqueen series with the Duqueen D08 LMP3. I'm going to just do an instant service with M dollars, costing me 29,500. Not that bothered about spending M dollars like that. I'm always bothered about spending gold like that. I wouldn't do that ever. Right, so we've got another opportunity. Now, I think I would have won this race if it wasn't for the fact cut across the car and got booted off track. So let's give this another go, and let's see, at the very least we can finish in the top 3 and hopefully finish first. Oh good grief, come on. Okay. Okay. Right, so I have done better. I'm probably up by about 3 places. There we go. That's more like it. Right, I think we're on target to get first. Just as well, just as well. So 9th place at the end of lap 1. 8 cars to overtake, and I've got 5 laps to do it in. So I reckon I can get 4 here, you know, 4 on this lap. I mean, they're fighting each other, so causing each other to slow down. 1. So this guy here. 2. There we go. Perfect. 5th place. I can see 4th, 3rd and 2nd as well in close proximity. So far, so much better. The previous time I finished 6th after the whole race, so we're already 1 place ahead with 4 laps to go. Surely we can only improve from this point. Albeit going on grass just a little bit. There we go, 5th place. Right, there we go. 5th place at the end of lap 2. 4 laps to go. 4 cars to overtake. There you go, there's 1. I only need 1 for this lap. Let's push ahead. Come on. Ooh. Okay, we're into podium positions. Well, at least we've done better. At least we'll open up the final tier. Hey, what a move, what a move. But there we go, into 2nd. Second at the end of lap 3. 3 laps to go, 1 car to overtake. Mind you, that being said, I've got a bit of work to catch first up, so let's see what we can do. Oh, not with skidding like that. Alright, there we go. Just about in visual range. We've got A124I in the chat, says hello, hello back. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. Very nice to have you with us. Says you can download an APK. No thank you, no thank you. I'm quite happy to say goodbye to the game on the 20th of March. And goodbye to the game, goodbye to EA Sports. Right, 2 laps to go. Got a bit of effort though to catch first. Let's see what we can do. I'm about to say I'm right on the edge. I'm surprised it's not skidded, and there it went. Feel like I'm at the same position I was last lap. Well, we've got it all to do on the last lap if we're going to get a victory. One more lap to go. Let's see how we get on. We've definitely closed the gap. I just feel it's not enough. Come on. Great opportunity, look at that. There we go. Alright, we are in touching distance. Just don't want to blow this corner. There we go. Now I reckon I can get them. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. That wasn't perfect, but it almost was. Nevertheless, we've still got the win. There we go. What a difference a race makes. Getting close to going up to another player level. That's more than paid for spending 28,500 on servicing the car instantly. Won't be doing that again. We'll leave, well, I say we won't be doing that again. We'll leave the car there. We'll service it. We'll take a look at tier, the final tier. I suspect I might have to apply an upgrade. Let's have a look. There we go. Elimination, autocross, and a cup. So we need 92.7 on the cup. 9 laps. So we will do that tomorrow. Let's have a look at what we've got. I think tyres and wheels 115. I'm not nowhere near that. Suspension. That's more dear. Tyres and wheels. Yeah. So I'm thinking applying tyres and wheels. When I've got enough gold, which isn't at this moment in time. That's fine. That's okay. We'll leave that there. Let's come out of motorsports. Glad we've moved that on to the final tier. And now we'll focus on the exclusive series we've got open. Now, I did mess up big time yesterday. I think specifically on the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport, which I didn't service. So I did one big race and that was it. So I couldn't get to 75%. I can get to 75% with 2 cars today, so that's the intention. But I'm going to start off with one race with the Ferrari 488 GT3, and I'm going to do the Cup race. I think there's just one, yeah. So we're going to do the Grand Prix circuit at the Circuit of the Americas. It is only 4 laps, so the car will have durability available, but I'm going to do my best not to complete this series this evening, because that means finding another series and I'm a bit low on gold, so another day I'll have some additional gold, and that should enable me to upgrade at least one car to have another series open. That'll be the plan. Now the thing about Circuit of Americas, plenty of overtaking opportunities. The other thing as well, the 488 GT3 is I quite enjoy this car. It's very grippy. It isn't particularly zippy, but it also doesn't have a particularly top speed. But I am racing against similar cars, or identical cars, so I rather have better grip. That just plays into my style of driving more so than a top speed. There you go, into 6. That was actually quite clean. I expected to smash into one car there, but I didn't. So at the end of lap 1, we're doing okay, you know. If we're at 5th place, 4 cars to overtake and still 3 laps to go. But you know what, we're doing even better, we're into 4th, so 3 laps. 3 cars, I'll take that. So we've got Abhijit Sunil in the chat, says hello, welcome along, good to see you again. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. And we've also got John in the chat with his big pink hand, waving it, saying hello. Welcome along, John. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat with your big pink hand. Right, let's push. We can win this. We've got this. say that, he's giving me a bit of a, oh dear, he's giving me a run for his money, or run for my money, one or the other. There we go. Into third. Well, let's focus initially. I'm just closing that gap to second. Now I reckon this would give the Do Queen a run for its money, you know. We go into second, I reckon. There we go. Easily into second. 2 laps after this, 1 car left to overtake. Having had a very dodgy start, it looks like we're getting a bit of form back. Look at that, right on the tail of first as well. Beautiful. Let's get this guy overtaken. There we go, into first place. Come on, keep pushing. Again, we've hit the lead early. We're all on our own. That Do Queen D08 LMP3 race though, that was very exciting all the way to the almost like the final chicane. I didn't overtake perfectly, so I'm a bit disappointed in that. It wasn't clean, mainly because I hit the wall. I didn't hit the other car. But it wasn't far off being a perfect move. As always on this channel, it's not about perfection, it's always about improvement. That's what I tell myself. Right, there we go. We are on the final lap. We're 400 yards ahead of second. First place, and barring a miracle, the win. Sorry, barring a disaster, the win. Okay, we're doing all right. Lots of people watching this evening. Thank you for joining me on your Wednesday, very much appreciated. There we go, first place. So Abhijit Sunil says the Ferrari 488 GT3 is my absolute favourite. Once mastered, it will be super fun to drive. I can't really argue with that. It's not my favourite in the game, but do you know what? It's a good car. It's a great, great drive. It really is. And do you know what? We've got some durability left, so let's do a couple of more races with this car. We're not going to be going to 100% today, but I reckon we can get pretty close, I think. Possibly. What have we got? Oh, we've got all... I can't believe it. We could... Do you know what? Maybe... What do we do? Let's do the head-to-head at Hockenheimring. Let's see how we get on with this. It's only the national circuit, so it's a smaller circuit. It's not the Grand Prix circuit. Oh, look at that. Yeah, now this car does have good grip. Quick look inside. Quite funky inside. There we go. Easy win. How about that? So close to going up a fame level. How are we doing? Oh, right. Ooh. 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 Maybe we're going to be able to fully upgrade, complete this series. Ooh. Ooh. Not sure about that. We might just leave it there. We'll leave it there. We're already enough with that. It'll be back tomorrow, and I will complete the Ferrari 488 GT3 series. For sure, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So, next up, Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport. We need to get to 75%. And we're going to do that. Oh, we've got quite a number of cups to do as well. Right, but we're going to focus in on the shorter races. I think I've done the eliminations, yes. So we'll just move left to right. Definitely get to 72%. And then we'll just carry on doing left to right, doing the cups. Let's see how we get on. Now this car isn't as good as the Ferrari we've just raced. Oh dear. Yeah, it's punchy, but it doesn't stick to the floor, I find. Despite the great big massive spoiler on the back of it. Nevertheless, I think we've got the win there. Oops! Oh no! Ooh. Stay on track. He's coming hard. I mean, as in catching me up. Abhijit Sunil says the Porsche 911 RSRs are the absolute beasts in cornering. I love them to drive across Spa. Yes, Oh, the 911 RSRs. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I quite liked, I think it was the 919 RSR. That was quite a funky car. There are quite a few Porsche 911 in the series. Quite a few of them. Quite a few of them. I mean, you've got this one, then you've got the Club Sport 25, and then, as you've said, you've got the RSRs. And I'm pretty sure they did one every year from 2000, well, not in real life, in the game, from 2011 all the way up to something like 2018. The Porsches are overrepresented in this game. I think there's something like 60 or 70 Porsches. In fact, there's an easy way just to check that out. Let's come out. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we've got the road garage. Obviously, they're not all road garages, but if we do a search, that'll bring up all the manufacturers, and it's Porsche. There we go. Look at that. 54 cars that are Porsche in the game. That's a considerable amount. Right, back to the racing. We are right on the edge. 74%. We're not going to mess it up today. I might not do that one, though. We'll leave that alone. We'll move on to Tier 7, and we'll have a go at the speed record at the road course at Daytona. Now, fastest part of the track is at the end of this curved straight. So, to maximise the possibility of winning, and I don't consider this cheating, I'm going to start way back behind the start line. Okay, we'll make it about here. Now we've got to go some. There we go, already up to 180 miles per hour. 200. 210. Come on. 220. Oh, we actually got there before the finish line, so we didn't need to do that. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. There we go, we got to 228. And then we had to slam the brakes on hard, but we were clean there. Always like to be as clean as possible, not always possible. Sometimes it is. There we go, that's okay. 228 miles per hour, top speed reached. And I believe we get, we should go past 75%, so we get a reward. I can't remember how much it is. I think, I might be wrong, I think it's 40 gold. Yes, it is, I'm sure of it. We go, 200 hit already, 210, 220, not that it matters, we've already got first, 226. Josu enters the chat, says, hello Guardian, how are you? I am very well, sir. Hope you are well too. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat and asking how I am. That's very kind of you, sir. Very kind. Right, there we go. That is 75%. I'm confident of it being reached. There we go. 40 gold. Thank you very much. 118 gold reached. On to tier 9. We'll just go through them as they are now. I won't go back to tier 4. I might do that one off stream. But we'll do head to head at, oh, it's Hockenheimring again, but it's the Grand Prix circuit this time. Let's see how we get on. Badly is the answer to that question. Oops. Oh dear. Yeah, more of a guideline than a rule. There we go. We are in first place. We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay. Oh, we're so close. So close to going up a player level, a fame level. Got quite a bit of durability. And what are we doing for time? Well, we've got plenty of time. So do you know what we might do to give ourselves a bit of a chance? We'll do the Cup. It's 6 laps. It's the Grand Prix circuit at Silverstone. As we've got an engineer to hire for free, we'll hire him. And as we've got a manager to hire, we'll hire him as well. You know, because I'm running low on R dollars. I'm not sure I've got enough R dollars to get me to the end of this game. Just saying. Just putting that one out there. Just putting that one out there. Right, let's race. Come on. Can we go up a fame level? That'd be really good if we can. Now, in fairness, I don't think it's this particular push, but there is quite often with the Grand Prix race, they do have Porsche races as well. There's about 40 of them on track. It's fantastic. So this type of Porsche should be pretty good around this track. Like 6 abreast. Went all the way up to 6 there. Did you see that? What a move. Not even halfway around the first lap. There we go. Into 5th. Perfect. I will say this car is good on this track. As I said, I don't think it's quite as good as the 488 GT3, the Ferrari, but on this track, it's very good. Oh, no, careful. I was getting a bit carried away then. Getting a bit carried away. Right. 1 lap done, we're in 5th place, 5 laps to go, 4 cars to overtake, and there's one. I reckon that's 2. Yeah, see, there you go. Not quite as grippy as I thought there. But 3rd place is good at this point. Oh. Got that completely wrong. I reckon I can get him here. There we go. Comfortably into 2nd place at the end of lap 2. Almost off track there, not quite. Let's keep on pushing. Yeah, we've got him. We've got him. Into 1st place on lap 3. Fantastic. Right, let's bring this home. Let's bring this home. There we go. Round the corner, round the chicane, round the corner, round the chicane. 100 yards ahead of 2nd. Don't think I'm going to get stopped. Definitely don't think I'm going to get overtaken. Can we close? Well, not close, but can we go up a fame level, I think, is the only question remaining in this stream. Okay. So 4th lap, 2 more laps to go after this. We're 1st, not by much to be fair, 200 yards. We're not storming off with it. Oh, there you go. There we go. Right, penultimate lap. Yeah, 2nd, to be fair, is what they say, keeping me honest. Yep, we're still 200 yards ahead of 2nd. That is so funny. We almost off track there. Almost. Good. Okay, we're on the final lap. We are first. We are pulling ahead now a second. We are 500 yards ahead of second, so it does look like we're going to get this as a win. There we go. That's the win. That's the first place. So A124i asks, did you find other games to stream after Real Racing 3? In terms of direct replacement for Real Racing 3, in other words, another racing game, I've got 6 games lined up that I'm going to do either 3 or 4 streams just to have a look at them. And you can join me for that, and we'll do an assessment, see what we think. The games in question are... Let me just get this in the there we go. If we have a look, because I've set up a screen. There we go. 6 games. Assoluto Racing, Cars Street or Car X Street, Grid Autosport. That's an interesting one because I've also got that in Steam, so I might stream that as a PC game if it's any good. Gran Velocita, Monoposto and Drive Zone. Now, in fairness, all of these games don't look they're quite as big or as mighty as Real Racing 3. So that might mean I've got a bit of free time to also stream other games. And if I do that, it will be PC games. So I have a Steam account. I have loads of games. I have a mixture of racing games, some shooting platform games, and some sort of like strategy games. So I might start running some of those as well as another racing game. So yes, no decision made in terms of which games, but yes, we have got some streams coming up where we'll look at the alternatives to Real Racing 3 and do an assessment about really how good are they. My understanding is, without doing a spoiler alert, is there is no game as good as Real Racing 3. So we're going to have to just make do, I guess. Right, okay, next up, speed record at the motorcycle course at Daytona. Now, this is another one. This is another one where the fastest part, in fact, it's the same, well, it's not, it's a different track, to be fair. It's where the fastest part of the track is... Oh, hello, lost a bit of audio there. Is after the start line. So I'm going to start from well back, give myself the best possible chance of getting that first place. go. Let's start from here. So I think we've got to get to something like 228. That's 200, 210, 220. See, there you go. That was after the start line. So I would not have got first if I had not have applied that strategy. Okay, there we go. That is speed record completed. First place already achieved. There we go. All right. Right, who we got in the chat? So we've got Streamer YT says, "You want to race with me, bro?" We can't race in this game, I'm afraid. They've turned off such a feature. Not that it ever worked properly anyway in this game. So I'm afraid I can't, sir. But welcome along. Thank you for watching and commenting in the chat. Right, this car almost out of durability. One more race in it. So we'll do another cup. And that should finish tier 11. So we'll do the Grand Prix circuit at Suzuka. It's another 6 laps. We've actually only been racing under 1 hour 30 minutes. It feels a lot longer. So I think we might go up a fame level after this race. Careful, there we go. Gentle, 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 gentle. Careful. Oh. All right, 11. 10. Oh. Oh, back in 11. There we go, up into 9. Or 9. Paul S1123 says, "Evening, Tony." Hello, Paul S1123. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat and saying hello to the chat as well. That's always nice. Oh, off track there. Whee! So I'm only in 8th place. That's not too bad though. We've got 5 laps left. 7 cars to overtake. Okay, there's 1. Almost 2. There's the limitation of the grip on this car. Oh. No, still only 1. Okay, might have got him here. There we go, into 6. Okay, we're doing alright. We're not doing brilliantly, but we're doing okay. There we go, into 5th place. Got it. Oh. Hard on the brakes there with my finger. Okay, so we've got... So we're in 5th place. We've got 4 laps to go and 4 cars to overtake. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay. There we go, into 4. Oh dear. I'm looking at the chat and I've gone off... I was looking at the chat. I was looking at the chat and I went off track. Not to worry, it's fine. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll pause it after we've completed this lap. Now, I'm a bit behind now. I need to push on. I need to overtake 2 cars. Or do I only need to overtake 1? No, only 1. Oh. So that's fine. That's not a biggie. It's okay. There we go, into 4. Perfect. So, 3 laps to go. 3 cars to overtake. So, it's all to play for. So, Paul S. 1123 says Silverstone, then Spa, then Monza. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Oh, right, okay. Answering streamer YT, you ask, what's your favourite track? Right, okay, so in terms of Paul S. 1123's response, I like all of those tracks, and I probably will put a top 10 favourite tracks together, both in terms specifically of the different configurations. But in terms of my favourite track in the game, I actually like Sebring Grand Prix Circuit. I think that is an excellent track. It's got plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it's got 2 very sharp turns as well. So you've got to know where to brake and where to accelerate. It's a track that when you don't know it is very frustrating, but when you know where all the braking zones are is very, very rewarding. Streamer YT also says focus. Yes, you're right, sir. I can't do 2 things at once. I can't play the game and read the chat, but I don't like to ignore the chat for too long. Oh, Paul S1123 says, I live near Silverstone, home of loads of F1 teams. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, hello. Not to worry, it's not a biggie. I can recover. I was getting a bit carried away. Wasn't thinking where I was. Right, so I've got 2 cars to overtake on this lap. At the very least. There's 1. There's 1. Got him. Got him. Right, we're back on track. There we go. neck and neck. Some exciting racing this evening. Liking it. Oh dear. Well, let's try again. I tell you what, if we win this, it'll be funny. I reckon I still can though. We've got 2 laps. The cars are in visual range, so I reckon I can overtake all 3 cars. I just need to hook up 2 more laps. Come on, we can do this. A little bit of focus. I am technically an overtake behind. There we go. So look, you see they're only there. We can get them. There we go. Whoops, daisy, a little bit crazy. Now I reckon what's happening here is first and second are literally racing each other, and they're probably slowing each other down, which might give me an outside chance of A, catching them, and B, overtaking both. Okay, come on. We're under 200 yards behind, so I think it's all to play for. I really do. Going into that final lap. There we go, look at it. 1 lap to go, 2 cars to overtake, and I do think it's in play. There we go. There we go, into second. Oops, maybe back into third then. Oh, did you see that? Whoopsie-daisy. I have never seen the car do that before. It literally got caught on the edge of the track and got spun round. So I might have just blown the opportunity of winning though. Not to worry. All good fun. I've never seen that before. That was pretty funny. Yeah, just pushing a little bit too hard. So we'll have to settle, I think, for third. Bit of a shame. I could have won that. Could have won that. There we go. 3rd place only. Streamer YT asks, what about Mount Panorama circuit? I do like that circuit. I think, to be fair, most of the original circuits that were in the game, I'm pretty sure that was one of them, are pretty good. It's not my favourite. There you go. Player level 645 reach, so we've gone up a fame level, an additional 70 gold. But what I would say is it's a good track to race on. But I think if I was to put Sebring first, before Sebring came into being, my favourite track is the Circuit of the Americas. And again, the reason for it is because there's so many different overtaking opportunities. And to be fair, that's what this is. That is what this game is all about. You always start in last place, so you absolutely need a track that's got plenty of overtaking opportunities. For example, like Suzuka, but I only got third. Paul S1123, in regards to that little shink there, or that 90-degree immediate turn, says, wow, never seen that. Is it a glitch? Don't know. I think what happened is you saw that the car almost went up in the air and it hit the raised side of the track, and I think that just flipped it 90 degrees. I was going a bit crazy, but that was pretty cool. And there we go. Your car, he says, I watched back and your car was centered over the sausage curb. There you go. There you go, you see. That's yeah. Oh, it was centered. Right, okay. So it might have been a glitch then. I wondered if, even though it went over centrally, it touched one of the wheels as I was turning. If you imagine, as I'm going over it, I'm turning slightly to the right. I wondered if that then resulted in it touching that wheel and caused it to do that. But maybe not. Maybe it was a glitch. As I said, I've never ever seen that in the game before. It's always good to find new stuff out. There we go, 82%. I've got a couple of third places. To be fair, it's my own fault on the Suzuka. I should have got first. I was doing too much, as always, too much chatting, too much looking at the chat, and not enough concentration on the racing. So then, obviously, Paul S1123 says wheels either side of the curb, but the problem with the wheels being either side of the curb is at some point they've got to then go back over the curb, and I reckon that's what's happened. Streamer YT says, what is your favourite car? Well, that's a common question. Do get that quite regularly. It's actually an electric model. It is the Rimac Nevera is my favourite car in the game. I love that car. First of all, it hasn't got that whiny noise that most electric cars have. Secondly, the torque on it is just out of this world. Very, very quick, amazing acceleration, top speed as well. But what makes the difference with this car is it's got good brakes and good grip. Paul S1123 says his favourite is the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo. Well, yeah, do you know what the biggest problem with that car is? The expense. It is the most expensive car in the game. Indeed, right, here's an example, right? I've got, the only car I haven't got in road collection is the Ferrari FXXK Evo. That's going to cost me to purchase and then fully upgrade round about £2,500 gold. Now that's including a 20% discount on the purchase of the car. If we go all the way, there we go. The Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo I already own, and I've got 21 upgrades applied to it. If I apply the last 7 upgrades of this car, it still costs more than the car I don't own. That's madness. That's crazy. That's just a silly amount of gold. However, what is interesting, although I don't think it's enough, is that car's exclusive series does give the biggest rewards. It's an exclusive series that if you did open up, I believe it's 400 gold. How about that? 400 gold. It's just a shame you've got to spend over 2,500 gold to open it up. Right, okay. On to the final car this evening. We have got the Ferrari SF90 XX Stradale. Now, this is so much better than the Stradale without the double X's. This is such a great car to drive. I've really enjoyed driving this car. So we're just going to go left to right. Won't be completing this series today, but we will be taking it above 75%. And the gold reward, I believe, is 45. It's funny, it looks almost identical to the non-XX, but it just drives so differently. And the engine, just listen to that engine. Look, you see, no sliding. I do like a car that's got good grip. But if you head onto it, top speed, fast, very quick acceleration and good brakes, you've got a great car. And you know, for a Ferrari, this is amazing. This is, I guess the XX is an upgrade from the non-XX, so from that perspective, it's a massive improvement. Oh dear. See, there you go, look. Thought I was going off track there. Not a problem. No skidding. Yeah, the XX is so much better than the non-XX. Boom. So, yep, so Paul S 1123 makes a good point. It says electric, the VW IDR, as the handling is just crazy, got me to 96 in the last time trial. Well, the thing about the Volkswagen IDR, I just could not get on with it, and it is all to do with how amazing the grip in that car is. It is off this charts. But I always struggled with that car. Always struggled with it. But I did enjoy racing it, don't get me wrong, but I always struggled with it. Paul S 1123 goes on to say, Group A finally achieved, then they announced the game closers. Sad faces. Yeah. Yeah, it's your fault, Paul S 1123. It's because you did that, you see. You weren't supposed to get into Group A. They didn't want it. I'm only joking. That's not the case at all. It's just EA being EA. Right, 74%. On to Tier 6. Oh, have I got eliminations to do? Have I got Oh, maybe we'll just do elimination then. Get the eliminations out the way. If we get the eliminations out of the way, we should be able to, I think, complete this series tomorrow. So, Tier 6 elimination at the club circuit of Circuit of Americas. Yeah, I understand what people are saying there. You get into the game, you start making a bit of success, and they switch it off. There was a few people that watched the stream that were like that. Yeah. Me, I'm still getting going. Bit late now though, isn't it? Never mind. Never mind. Right, there we go. We are in second place. I do like racing this car. I honestly thought the non-XX would be almost as good, but it's not. It's nowhere near. There we go. Easily into first. It's like there, I thought I was going to brake a little bit too late, but how this car recovers, fantastic. See, I think I was going a bit too hard there. A little bit too hard there. Slow. Yeah, I'm getting a bit crazy now, aren't I? I need to slow down. Right, we've got 4 cars left in the race. No, make that 3. That means podium place guaranteed. I'm going off track a little bit now. Getting a bit crazy with this car. There we go, just about on the edge. Three. Ozil enters the chat, says, hello, how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. I am Ozil. Where have you been? Welcome back. Good to see you again. As always, thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. I hope you are doing well also. There we go, 45 gold earned. We've got over 200. I do need to spend some. Well, I don't need to spend it this evening, but I will need to spend it tomorrow. So, we're not doing the cup. We're focusing on eliminations. So, we've got elimination at the road course at Daytona. There we go. Out of last place into 6. Into 4. Into 2nd. Okay, let's hunt down first. Don't go too crazy though. There you go, right on the tail of first. Bit of drafting, now we'll overtake. Thank you very much. Look at that top speed. This car is definitely in my top 10. This has been a brilliant car to drive. It's not my number 1, but it's up there. To be fair, I do appreciate the VW IDR, I really do. As I said, I just struggle to get on with it. Right, we are just in first. Second is right on my tail. There you go, first place. What a great car. Ozil says, I am back to grind mode, man. So I have to sleep early, wake early. I sleep at 10 p.m. at my place and wake at 5 a.m. So need to get back into discipline. Also, your stream time clashes with my sleep routine. Well, I do apologise for that. I'm sorry to hear that. I understand your sleep takes priority. Says, today I went to watch a cricket match, so that's why I am awake late. Just got home. Very good. Well, it's good to see you again. Thank you for watching. %77. Let's move on We're coming up to 2 hours, so it's fitting in perfectly. That will get to a 2 hour mark and complete racing this car. So tier 14, this time we've got elimination at the National Circuit of Silverstone. Now we have actually got all 6 series still open. We haven't closed a series off. But the good news is what is the good news? Well, the good news is all 6 series will be back tomorrow. And on those series that we need to upgrade the cars, that's fine. We can do that tomorrow also. There we go, into 4th, up, slow, into 3rd, stay out of the way, there we go. Let's hunt down 2nd. There we go. Into 2nd. Here we go. Into 3rd maybe. There we go. 1st place. And we have guaranteed a podium spot as well. Let's make it 1st place. This is a great car. There we go, 1st place. All right. Look at that, we've got enough durability for one more race, and we're just coming up to the 2 hour mark. It's almost like it was planned. It really wasn't. But these things work in our favour if we just do a little bit of effort. So I'm going to finish off with elimination at Spa-Francorchamps. Now this will be interesting because this circuit, it's a circuit of 2 halves. The first half is all about speed, and I think the second half is all about grip. So it'll be interesting how this car handles it. I think it can handle it. Look at that, we are already in 5th place. Always like to go around the outside and that corner just to stay out of trouble. They all hook in, and I just go a little bit quicker and safely through the field normally. So already into 4th place. There we go, into 3rd. Up, 3. There we go, into 2nd. Right, so from now, I would say it's all about grip. Yes, you still need the speed, but you need the grip just as much. Look at that. That's almost a slingshot round 1st place there. There we go. What a car this is. I really get on with this car. Yeah, this car is definitely going in my top 10. Question is, which one do I take out of it now? Alright, guaranteed a podium. So Ozil says, so what's your progress? Good question, sir. Let's do a review of that after we complete this race. I think we're doing pretty good. Not going to get to 100% completion of the road collection, but we've moved it on quite a bit. There we go. First place, final race this evening. Put the car into service. All 6 series, all 6 cars will be back tomorrow. I will have to upgrade some of the cars to be able to continue racing them. But I think we can do that tomorrow because it's just gold required, so it's not a problem. There we go. 233 gold. There we go. Right, okay, so let's come out to... So we've got motorsports. I'm not really focusing on motorsports, but that has gone up to 65%. Road collection sits at 94%. We've got 329 out of 330 cars. I'm not going to get the last car. Unless EA start chucking gold my way, of course, which won't happen. The exclusive series at 87%. The Elite and Legend at 99%. All the others are done. And then we've got Season 1, Season 2 and Season 3 at 99%. Season 5 only at 90%. So, we're doing good. It's a shame. I'm not going to get to 100%. But I did say when they announced the closing down, I reckoned I could get to 95%. I think I can get to between 96% and 98% before they shut this game down on the 20th of March. So I don't think that's too bad. And I think that's a good place to end the stream, literally at the 2-hour mark. That's perfect. Right, there we go. Game off screen. Mute its audio. Right, where do we begin? Well, we're moving on slowly. We are finding that we're having less and less cars and less series to race in, just because it's taking so much gold to apply one upgrade, never mind a shed load of upgrades, to fully open up an exclusive series. Just the way things are right now, because all we've got left are expensive cars now. So that's how it goes. Ozil says bye. Goodbye. Right, so we'll end the stream there. I will be back tomorrow. It will be more racing. Should be a bit of fun, actually. If you did enjoy this stream and this video, then please give it a thumbs up or a like. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, then please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian on YouTube, or follow the channel The Fifth Guardian on Rumble. That being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a good one, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. So until then, thank you and goodbye.